But what you've got to do is, you're a person who's a Muslim, but I contrast. As you've seen, I don't believe in the hadith at all. Yeah. So I don't say I can know anything about Muhammad's life. But what I do know is that early Islam was, for me, as at least as violent as the most violent parts of the Old Testament. Do you know in the Old Testament when God said, "Go into the land of Canaan and kill," because there were people who were opposing the Israelites, and they were nasty people as well because they were putting their babies on the god Molech to burn alive. So they had to go. But it was a harsh thing God said to do. And God at the end of time will be harsh as well. We've seen that in the book of Revelation. So this is not a sissified hippie God we believe in. He's a merciful God, but there's a limit.
Yeah, sure.
However, the God of the Muslims, as I have read, it starts off, the Arabian tribes are united.
Yeah.
From the Islamic record, it's sometimes peacefully, sometimes violently. Then there's the apostasy wars, where there's extreme violence to bring people back after Muhammad died. Then there's a launching out, attacking the Byzantine and Persian empires, which hadn't attacked them. And then there's launching out in all kinds of directions, fighting.
There are actually
killing.
attempts, by the way. I've read there were attempts from the Romans and the Persians to get into Arabia, and then they couldn't.
They tried after the Arab armies launched out. Then they came back. There were some Roman conquests within Arabia over time before Muhammad was born. Yeah, that's true. But what I'm trying to get at here, we had a state of affairs of peace because the Arabs were working as feodatorized, something like that's the word. They were soldiers for both the Byzantines and the Persians. So there was no threat to Arabia itself from these empires. But then though, it's not just going out killing to get territory. It is taking vast numbers of slaves from everywhere. And here's the key point. I'm not actually somebody who says, "Oh, well, you had slaves. That was terrible." No, it's sex slaves and very young girls as sex slaves. This is the thing that I object to. You may say that wasn't Islam, but I could tell you how it is.
Yeah, but then I'm going to have to say that also exists within the Old Testament.
Now, you would say that right now. I say there's one passage, I think it's in Numbers, where it says, "Kill everybody except the little girls," right?
Yeah.
And take them. But it doesn't say when you marry them.
No.
And it doesn't say you take them as slaves for sex.
I'm 100% sure it said, and keep the young virgins as sex slaves.
No, it doesn't. No. You can really go to that because I was looking at it just a couple of days ago.
Well, let's look it up because I'm sure
Numbers.
I've read it. I'm 100% sure I've read it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not sure exactly what passage it was, but
should be in the book of Numbers. But I can't remember which chapter. So it's the little ones keep for yourselves, little girls keep for yourselves.
It's not in Deuteronomy. I keep getting Deuteronomy. It's not in Deuteronomy. There is.
Okay, here we are. Numbers 31. Chapter 31, verse 17. Now therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman who has known man by lying with him. But all the young girls who have not known man by lying with them, keep alive for yourselves. Okay? Keep alive for yourselves.
Okay.
So that can mean sex slaves.
Yeah, it can.
Could mean that.
So.
But it can mean wives. It can mean part of a polygamous marriage or a monogamous marriage. I've no doubt that these girls, if the command is to kill all the adults, the little girls have to be either killed or taken. Little boys have to be killed or taken. The decision to kill little boys as well is, I think, because there's a prudential aspect. They would grow up and be a potential fifth column, hostile column within the Israelite community. But the females could not be because females are not warriors. But they can be taken and they can be made into wives eventually. So that is God's decision.